no way round it when you think about it. Get a bloke with a normal job and he's not going to put up with you being on shifts. Find one who's on shifts himself and you might never meet.
Oh, so you want a bloke who does absolutely nothing?
I'd be spoilt for choice. You got anything lined up for the day, June?
Yeah, shopping, washing, most of all, bed.
Whoa! One thing to look forward to, anyway.
I'm talking about sleeping.
You must be the example programme for shift work. You can't fool your biorhythms.
I don't mind being at home during the day. It's my favourite time for doing the garden.
Oh, yeah?
Neighbours out of work, I don't have to listen to their advice.
Oh, you're lucky. I've got my orders. I'm out looking at wallpaper all day.
That's even worse than sticking it on the wall.
I don't know why they bother. I had a look at a three-piece suite the other week. I said, I'll have years to look at the bloody thing after we bought it.
Yeah, a couple of the uniform mob found this geezer in the street in the early morning. They called an ambulance, but he snuffed it.
Suspicious circumstances?
Oh, it doesn't look like. Turns out he's got a form, though.
Oh, yeah. Lester Bromley's got a form, all right.
Do you know him then, Governor?
Indeed I do, Tosh. You might say Lester Bromley and I are intimately acquainted. According to Lester, I shoved his head down a carsey and then flushed the toilet. Can't get much closer than that.
There he is.
Who's she?
She's a police officer. So mind your manners, mate.
Never said you'd have no one with you.
You didn't ask. What have you got for me?
It's going down today.
So you keep saying, Johnny.
Definitely today's booked me for lunchtime.
Yeah, OK, where?
Oh, I don't know that till I collect him.
Well, that's a fat lot of use.
We could put a tail on that cab.
No way!
Well, it's a bit ham-fisted, but what else can we do?
I've told you what Dobie's like. He's nervous as a cat. He'll know.
The fact is, Johnny boy, a postcard from you after the connection is made is not what I'm paying for. That's not service.
All right, when we get there, I'll call you on the portable. How about that?
Well, it falls a long way short of excellence, but it'll have to do.
Just get the initial result. No need to mention my name.
Yeah, OK, Governor.
And you can get on with your needlework job. Don't worry, not pulling any strokes.
Yeah, hello there. It's Detective Constable Lyons from Sun Hill. Yeah, do you have the preliminary PM on Lester Bromley? He was brought in dead this morning. Yes, I'll hold him. They've got results, you're just checking. Hello? Yeah. Thanks. Just hang on a sec, yeah. Fine. Thanks very much, yeah. Bye.
Well,
Coronary occlusion by atheroma.
what's that?
Heart attack. Natural causes. No suspicious circumstances.
Poor old Lester. Sounds like he was out on the tiles when his clock stopped. Still, that's what he'd have wanted. This calls for a drink.
Governor, if you'll excuse me for saying so, this is a bit sick. I don't know what you had against this guy Bromley, but still I know.
Now, you've got it the wrong way round, Al. Bromley had it in for the governor.
I've had a complaint hanging over me from Lester Bromley for the last 3 years. Helped my promotion up for DI, assault. God knows how long it would have gone on if he hadn't croaked.
I see.
So, my haggis-bashing friend, this calls for a little working lunch down the Constitutional Club. And if you're on my firm, you will be downing a few drams with me. And looking cheerful about it.
Yes, Governor.
Now remember, somewhere someone wants a message from you.
Right.
Are you any good?
Well, he's all we've got. Like he said, Dobie's known for being nervous. He bought himself a Ferrari Testarossa out of the profits from dealing dope, but he won't drive himself when he's making a connection. Scared the black rats will spot check him, or a rival firm will rip him off.
So he hires Johnny's minicab?
Yeah, and being a cautious man, he books well in advance. You trust Johnny?
Yeah. He's not cautious enough.
Yes, it's still on. Nothing's likely to turn up now to blow it out. So I'll pick you up at your place as arranged. Look forward to it. Bye. Frank.
Just a quickie, Gordon. You remember that complaint that's been hanging over me? We discussed it when you first took over here.
Sure.
Well, it's all over. Finito.
Complaint dropped?
Complainant dropped. Dead.
Oh. Well, it'll be a great weight off your mind in career terms.
Yeah. In respect of which, I'm having a little team-building exercise this lunchtime. Nothing silly, of course. Hope you join us.
No can do, Frank. Got a working lunch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind.
Thanks for asking. My thoughts will be with you.
Cheers, then.
Just used cold shooting like I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now the kid is only 12, and he's been in here.
CID, this is the S Roach. Not before time, Johnny boy. Now, where's it going down? And that's a restaurant, is it?
It was a quiet, run-of-the-mill sort of pub. Then last year they opened the restaurant. Nothing flash, but they do you a decent lunch.
So, they know you're here, do they?
No. Not so as it would be a problem.
Oh, it's nice.
Would you like a drink in the bar before we go in?
Oh, not unless you do.
No, serious lunchtime drinking knocks me out these days.
Good afternoon, can I help you?
Yes, I booked a table for 2 for lunch. The name's Ray.
Yes, Mr. Ray, your table should be ready if you'd like to go through. Would you like to leave a coat with me?
Oh, thank you.
Any little watching all this, Governor, eh?
Ah, well, they owe me one from way back. Isn't that right, Eric?
You won't be disturbed in here, Mr. Burnside.
You're a diamond, Eric. Here. There's the whip. And have one yourself.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Give me a shout when you're ready for a refill.
Yeah, well, for starters, we'll have a pint with a Scotch chaser. That's for our Scottish colleague when he turns up. Hard men where he comes from.
Alistair's not a drinker, Gov.
Oh, come off it. Long skinny gits like that, they got hollow legs.
I can't see it myself, not Al.
Me neither. I mean, you need a book for the booze, don't you? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Cheers.
Cheers.
This guy Dobie could have collected the gear by now.
I'm aware of that, thanks.
His wheelman's still here. At least we can pull Dobie in possession.
Yeah, well, that's no big deal. We know Dobie's a pusher. The whole point of this is to collar the courier.
Who we don't know from Adam. Not even a description.
Well, life's full of little challenges, isn't it?
This is the sort of place bosses bring their secretaries to play footsie under the table.
It's a bit behind the times, Stu. A man in a restaurant with a woman doesn't have to be a boss seducing his workforce. They could be 2 business people having a working lunch.
Like us, you mean?
Ready to order?
If you can find a table, I'll get the drinks.
Diet Coke for me. Ice and slice.
What can I do for you?
I'll have a scotch, please, and Diet Coke with ice and a slice lemon.
Mr. Dobie?
Yes?
Your table's ready, so if you'd like to come through to the restaurant.
Oh, fine.
All right, so if all these people are doing business, what's that bloke doing there on his own?
Maybe he's minding his business. Give it a rest, you're off duty.
I thought this was a working lunch.
I know it's ridiculously short notice, but it's my new secretary's birthday, and she's a very, very shy girl. As a matter of fact, I only found out about it myself later this morning.
Well, of course. We hate to turn people away.
Yeah, so if you could just, squeeze us in.
We're absolutely fully booked.
What about, cancellations?
Sorry. I can recommend the bar meals.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr.
Soup in the basket.
There we are. If you'd like to go through.
Thank you.
So the car pulled up outside the club and the skipper shouted, "Go, go, go." So he'll start to pile out. But I've got my foot caught in the seatbelt and I go flat on the pavement.
Now, Martin sniffed. Now, you remember Martin, don't you, Mike?
Oh, yeah, he really was a prat.
Yeah, well, he trips over me. And so we both sprawled out there. So this bouncer comes over. He's built like a tank. And Martin looks at him from the pavement and says,
You're it, sunshine.
Have I told you that before?
Oh, yeah. No, Jim.
Whose are these?
They're yours. Cheers.
Cheers, Gov.
Oi, Eric. I think it's time for a refill.
In the light of that, I think we should present a united front to the big crime coordinating group, but without it looking as if we've been colluding behind their back. Oi,
I'm sorry, I was listening, honest.
you're the one who wanted to talk business.
It's just that I like to get people sorted out, and that bloke on his own didn't fit. It's all right now, though. Is it someone you know?
Not socially, don't worry.
A police business?
When I was on the drug squad, Celia Caldwell. Intelligence said she was a courier working out of Madrid with cocaine from Venezuela. Later, she's supposed to have switched to 1 kilo shipments from Florida when the British crack habit got going.
Would she know you?
Well, I've never pulled her, but I'm sure they study our photos like we study theirs.
Do you need to do anything about her?
I'll let the squad know she was on the ground. But it's no crime to have lunch.
Look, have you told any other colleagues you're having lunch with me?
No.
No. And I haven't told anyone on the relief. Doesn't that say something?
It says we both know what police stations are like for gossip.
We could flash the warrant cards and go in.
Then what? If his connection is in there, they're not going to be passing plastic bags of coke across the table.
Yeah, but if we don't even get a look at his contact, it's really a blowout.
Of course we want to get a look in there, but without showing our size 12 boots.
Blimey, I don't know where this lad puts it. I told you, didn't I? He's a potential champion. Eric!
Excuse me, I'm looking for the ladies.
Ladies, out the room. It's not this way, it's that way.
Oh, right, thanks.
Ladies, out the room.
Just hold on, I'll have
Downstairs.
a for you.
Oh, right. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Well, I'm afraid, Miss Dryden, the only day I could do for you that week would be the 14th.
June!
Oh, bloody hell.
What's going on? This is a CID job. Who told you lot?
Look, I don't know anything about a job. I'm off duty, if that's all right with you.
What are you getting so ratty about?
I'm here with Ray.
Ray who?
DCI Ray, your boss, all right?
Oh.
No, it's nothing like that, actually. I suppose you're here for Celia Caldwell.
No, I've never heard of her. We're plotting up a pusher. Nigel Dobie?
What, hair slicked back, round about 30, smart dresser?
Yeah.
Well, he's having lunch with Celia Caldwell, who's believed to be a coke courier.
Brilliant. Listen, can you help us out of the sediment on this one?
You know, I was afraid you were going to say that. I've just met Viv Martella in the loo. We're in the middle of a Sunhill CID drugs bust.
Well, what?
The guy that Celia Caldwell's eating with is a local drug pusher called Nigel Dobie. Roach and Martella have had him under observation.
I am Sunhill CID. Why don't I know about it? I'm going to bite people for this.
It's too late now. We're conscripted.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
Yeah, well, never mind about that. The thing is, they've identified Dobie's contact, this Celia Caldwell. If they don't see anything handed over...
Well, we just pull her and Dobie, see what's on them.
Yeah, well, I said we'd wait in the car park. We're unsighted here.
Right.
Did you know about those two?
Police have eyes everywhere.
The information is that Dobie's definitely scoring today.
my bet is it's blown out. She's made me as the old Bill. Stick with her. If she's doing a runner, identify the Martella. If she goes to the loo, stop her getting rid of anything.
Move yourself! Hey! Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Hey! Oi! What's happening? Get out! What the? Get up down! Get down! Hold it! Police! Police! Police? Back up!
Celia Caldwell. WDC Martella, Sun Hill. I'd like you to accompany me to the police station to assist with our inquiries into the sale of controlled substances.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. If you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to.
Then I'm placing you under arrest. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so.
I am
and-
aware of my rights. I want to speak to my solicitor so we can get this mistake cleared up. This is yours. I have no comment to make until I've spoken to my solicitor.
Reminds me of when my divorce came through. Getting this complaint off my plate. Complaints are part of the job. But when they drag on for years, they're a real sickener. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. I mean, old Lester off the back of my mind.
Never mind, Gov. We'll probably have a new complaint against you before long.
Thank you, Alistair.
Right then, Mr. Dobie, Miss Caldwell, let's reclaim the baggage, shall we? We can put Dobie on the sheet as my body, if it'll spare any embarrassment.
We'll do it by the book.
So there I am, rolling on the floor with this girl, right? And then along come these navvies rushing towards us, and I'm shouting, "It's all right, lads, I'm the old Bill." But the thing is, I've left my warrant card and my other suits. I mean, how I've got 5 kids, I'll never know.
Well, on for a Jimmy Riddle, and then back to the grindstone.
I'll second that.
Yeah, me at all.
I don't know how you cope with these lunchtime boozing sessions, mate.
Me? I've been drinking low-calorie tonic water. I had a word with Eric when we came in. I don't want to end up a pickled livered tosspot like that mob. I'm surprised at you.
Quite frankly, Sergeant Roach, I see no reason for my client to be detained. You've talked about controlled substances. Now, nothing you've said so far connects my client with any such substances.
Let's go through this step by step. When arrested, your client attempted to dispose of this numbered cloakroom token. Now, that token was given in exchange for this briefcase containing £30,000 in news notes. Now, Nigel Dobie was carrying a token that was given in exchange for this briefcase containing 1 kilogram of cocaine. Now, Ms. Caldwell and Dobie had exchanged tokens.
That's pure speculation.
Miss Caldwell, why did you try and dispose of the cloakroom token?
You don't have to answer that. There's no admission that my client did any such thing.
Well, if it'll help to settle this unfortunate situation, I'll explain. While I was having lunch with Mr. Dobie, I became aware that we were being watched. Since I had a large sum of money in my possession, I was alarmed by this. I decided to leave the restaurant and to get rid of the cloakroom token, which would give access to the money to anyone who might attack me.
But whether that's true or not, the money in question was payment for a consignment of drugs, wasn't it?
No. It was a cash payment which I'd collected from a client, too late to get to the bank before my lunch appointment.
Would you mind telling me what sort of business client pays £30,000 in cash?
The client of a discreet, exclusive, and very resourceful prostitute.
30 grand? You don't expect me to believe that, do you?
Sergeant Roach, it may be part of your professional duty to question my client's honesty, but to disparage the value of her professional assets takes you into the realm of oppressive interviewing.
Here we are, Sarge. Fancy a bit of ballast? One for you and one for me. Two for me.
Odds are Cole was going to walk. We'll give it a spin, but I don't think we've got enough for a conviction.
But we've got Dobie banged to rights.
On possession, yes.
Only grass on Caldwell.
I will give it my best shot, but he'd be a fool. Miss Caldwell and her pals have got long memories and deep pockets. Oh, they'll probably look after him if he does his bird and keeps stum. They'll certainly look after him if he doesn't.
So he's been a bit of a blowout.
Oh, I don't know. It had its compensations.
She take me to the last shop she can think of. We've looked at the umpteenth roll of wallpaper, and then she says, I don't think we'll have wallpaper, we'll have tiles.
Oh, that's bad news, tiles.
Oh, I know, I've been there.
Here. You heard about Ackland?
Heard what?
That's what Reg Hollis says.
Reg Hollis?
Well, if you don't believe it, ask her.
Hiya, June. Hello. Did you have a good day?